Republican lawmakers are asking the state Supreme Court to consider the timeline for creating new legislative district maps. Attorneys representing GOP legislators have filed a motion saying they can't meet the court's January 12th deadline for new maps. That date also applies to other parties in the lawsuit. They would then have another 10 days to submit supporting arguments. The court will likely release maps sometime in late February or early March unless the legislature acts first.